I made over $60,000 profit last back to school season reselling items onto Amazon like book bags, markers, and crayons, totally changing my life, and I want to make sure you are prepared to take full advantage of this opportunity this year around. In this video, I'm going to show you how to ungate big back to school brands, what to look for in an item, and how to maximize your profits so that you can make life-changing money also. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Daniel, and I am a 27-year-old full-time Amazon retail and online arbitrage seller doing over $1 million in revenue every year, going on over 4 years now. I also have a 100% free Amazon community with one goal in mind, and that is providing more value than 99% of paid Amazon communities. So if you haven't done so already, please consider joining my free community, which is linked both on my page and down in the description below. Please make sure you subscribe, like this video, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss another one of my videos. And let's dive into back to school 2024. Make sure you watch this video all the way through because the last few things I'm going to share with you will really help you maximize your profits and make sure that you are getting the most bang for your buck. So $55,000 of the $60,000 profit I made last back to school season came from selling the brand Crayola. So I'm just going to give you the quick rundown on how you can get approved to sell Crayola on Amazon if you cannot already do so. And if you're wondering how to get approved to sell other big names and categories on Amazon, my free Amazon community has a step-by-step guide, and I also have a full breakdown video on my YouTube channel that I'll link up here also. So to get you approved to sell Crayola on Amazon, we're just going to use christianbook.com, and this is a super easy process. All you're going to want to do is go up here to the top to account and either sign in or create an account. And if you are creating an account, just make sure that all the information on your christianbook.com account matches your Amazon seller account exactly. Otherwise, the invoice will not work. So I cannot stress this enough. Make sure all the information on your account here matches your Amazon seller account exactly. And now we're just going to go up top here and type in Crayola and just find a super cheap Crayola item that's also selling on Amazon. So here we see there's a 12 count colored pencil Crayola, and over on Amazon we have this 12 count colored pencil Crayola. So all we're going to do over on Christian Book is buy 10 of these units and add it to our cart. So here we are on our cart, and we're just going to make sure we have 10 units because that's how many you need to get approved to sell items on Amazon. So for $36 here, we're going to be able to get approved to sell Crayola, and we're just going to check out again, making sure that all the information you check out with matches your Amazon seller account. And then once your items arrive, you just download the invoice. You come over here to select condition new. You can see that I can already sell this product, but if you were not able to sell this product, you would just click apply to sell, and then on the next page you would have a couple check marks, and you would check all the boxes, and then you would upload your invoice in a PDF format into your email address and just submit the invoice. If your first submission is denied, don't worry, this is normal because Amazon uses robots to help you get approved to sell items, so it is not uncommon to get your first invoice denied. Just keep submitting the same invoice and eventually you will be approved to sell Crayola, and it really is that simple. That is how you get approved to sell Crayola on Amazon in 2024 using christianbook.com. So here we are on amazon.com just as the consumer, and this is one of my favorite ways to find profitable items to resell onto Amazon because you can gain insights to a lot of data that other Amazon sellers just don't look for. Looking at it from this point of view, you can just see some other data like this item sells over 4,000 times a month with close to 6,000 reviews. This item sells over 1,000 times a month with close to 3,000 reviews. This item sells over 3,000 times a month with over 300 reviews. And using the Amazon DS Quick View Chrome extension, you can also see all the different items that Amazon is selling and which items Amazon is not selling, which is also makes sourcing easy because a lot of times you don't want to compete with Amazon. Even though with Crayola and back to school, we are going to be able to compete with Amazon a little bit, which I am going to show you here next. Looking at this multi-pack listing of crayons, you can see that the BSR is in the top 1%, and this item is estimated to sell over 3,900 times a month, which is just absolutely insane velocity. Now, looking at the IP alerts, you can see that this is suspected to have an IP alert, but we know from selling this item in the past that Crayola does not IP. And if we scroll down here to Keepa, you can see that over the all 3,232-day Keepa graph, that there is nothing to suspect that there is an IP complaint on this listing, meaning that this is an item that we will be good to sell. Again, looking at Keepa, you can tell that Amazon is in stock on this item sometimes, but when we click into this as the month and the 3 month and even the year, you can see that around back to school, around June and July, August, and all the way into September, that there are periods of when Amazon is out of stock, meaning that there is an opportunity for us third-party sellers to sell this item. So looking at this Keepa graph, you can tell that this item has a really good sales rank year-round, but you can tell even here when it's ranked the highest, it's still under 10,000 in toys and games, which means this item is still selling, but especially towards the middle of June and into August, this item actually hits low hundreds of a sales rank, which means this item is just flying off the shelf for us sellers, and that explains why Amazon is having trouble keeping this item in stock, allowing us third-party sellers to get a piece of the cake. Even when the seller count starts to rise on this item, you can see that the price starts to drop a little bit, but we know from past experience that these crayons go on sale from $1.49 a box all the way down to 50 cents a box. So naturally, with supply and demand and the back-to-school velocity, the price is going to just drop a little bit, but there's still plenty of room for us to profit. So again, this is an item that we will sell during back to school. And looking at the Keepa graph, knowing that this item sells year-round and knowing that we can buy these crayons for 50 cents a box during back to school, bringing our cost to $12 since it's a 24-pack listing, you can make a lot of money if you actually hold these items for after back to school and start selling this when the seller count starts to go back down, like right here when the seller count gets to in the 20s and the price goes back up to $35. If we scroll up to seller app, you can see that if we start selling this item for $35 and our buy cost is $12, we're going to profit $10 each sell, which is just a really good ROI, around 85%. Looking at another example here, we see that this item has over 850 reviews and also sells over 1,000 times a month while still being ranked in the top 1%. So with a buy cost of $3, we're going to profit $4.50 each sell and over 150% return on investment, which again is just crazy. And scrolling down to Keepa here, you can see that the sales rank holds pretty steady year round. Again, it is ranked in arts and sewing under 2,000, but then when we click into the year to see the back to school specifically, you can see that the item that from June all the way to August drops from around a 5,000 sales rank all the way down to single digits here, getting into the 20, 16, 13, 12, and 12 is the lowest. But again, that means that this item is just flying. And you see that the buy box goes to $14.94 when the sales rank is 12. But when we scroll back up here, even if we're selling this for $14.94, we're still going to profit over 100% ROI. So again, the nice thing about back to school is Keepa tells us all the data we need to know, so we don't have to guess, because there are some back to school listings that don't have a sales rank, but there are so many good opportunities to make money relying on the hard data that there really is no reason to guess on listings. And if we click into the Keepa data and buy box statistics, you can also see that sellers are getting the buy box on this item without being an FBA offer. So although FBA is ideal, knowing that this item will be bought in quantity, meaning that the buyers will buy 2, 3, 4, or even more of this item at a time, we can actually capitalize on the profits and make more than $3.50 per sell by combining our shipping cost. So looking at one more example, we have made a lot of money selling these Nike book bags in the past, and when we scroll down to Keepa, it's very obvious when the demand starts to pick up for this item. Looking at the Keepa graph, we can tell that this book bag sells pretty good year round, but about the second week of June, the sales rank starts to drop, and then the second week of July until the second week of August, this bag is just selling like absolute hotcakes. And we can see that when the seller count is rising, the buy box is still holding pretty steady around the $60 price point. And I know from past experience that these bags pop up in stores like Ross, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls for around $20. So when we go up here to seller app, you can see that if we're selling this bag just for $55 and we're buying it for $20, we're going to profit $19 each sell. But if we start getting the buy box around $61, we are literally going to double our money on this one bag, and you can buy like 5 or 10 of these from a store. And that's without doing online arbitrage for this same bag. That is just doing retail arbitrage from Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and Ross. So when I was living in Florida a few years ago, I would literally travel the whole state, and I just dedicated a whole week to buying these bags from those 3 stores, and I literally made over $22,000 profit. So if you're in an area with multiple of these stores, it's totally worth your time to drive around all day, every day, and just buy these bags. And looking here, you can see that there's 5 different options to choose from. Now, more times than not, I was finding the black and the red ones, but if you can find the gray or the blue, they also do well. The pink does the worst, but overall, you have 5 different options on this one listing where you can sell these bags and buy these from TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, along with other online arbitrage stores. When we click into Keepa data and buy box statistics, you can also see that sellers are selling this FBM. So again, this is another item you don't necessarily have to FBA, and you will be able to capitalize on the FBM opportunity. So throughout this video, you heard me mention multiple times that doing FBM during back to school will allow you to maximize your profits. And the reason being is because during back to school, a ton of places like schools buy these school supplies buys items in bulk, so you're able to combine your shipping and you don't have to pay the FBA fee. So I've literally seen that when I'm selling like one pack of 24 crayons, I profit around $5, but when I get a multi-order of like 10, 15, 20 crayons, I literally 5x my profits. So I highly encourage you to do FBM during back to school. My free Amazon community linked both on my page and in the description has a full FBM breakdown going over which packing materials you will need and how to combine shipping. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead and join the free Amazon community linked on my page. I also have a premium Discord server with daily leads, 24/7 access to myself, and weekly calls, but there are only 6 spots left. So if you are ready to take your Amazon business to the next level, go ahead and join my premium Discord server and try it out for 7 days free. And if you are unhappy at any time, I will give you your money back, no questions asked. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you could all do me a favor and subscribe, like this video, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss another one of my videos, it would help me so much more than you know, and I'll see you guys next time.